Tell me what you want. Oh, yeah. Why they do that? Why I had to see that right then and there? That just fucked me up a little bit, bruh. Uh,
TT.
okay, sweet. Boom, boom. It's the Thuggish Bone. Thuggish Bone. Thuggish Bone. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Life said, throw me a bone. I said, you hoe. And then life came back and smacked me in the face. So I said, I'm sitting down. I ain't playing this game. And we all know what happened from there, right? Yeah. We all know what happened from there. Oh, what? Wait, hold up. Swerve. What? Ooh, I know you better shut up. This shit you talking about to cut up that thing is a fucking lie. I know you lie.
This video
Anyway.
was hidden from the internet until now.
Yeah. It looks like it's writing something in the grass and the dirt or something.
This is another video part of the disclosure.
Dipping, streaking, and colliding in ways that defy normal aircraft. Was this an aerial battle of unknown origin or just a wild show of flares and drones?
Where you at? I can't see you. You're correct, so you need to come out, okay?
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we come up with about 4 videos every smooth setting. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap into this content. I appreciate you watching TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth setting. Might be a trigger warning or two. I hope not. Don't forget to hype up the video. Told y'all to all my features. I got y'all sending y'all rough draft tracks right now. Still reaching out to some of the features as well, but I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. Man. Let's get straight to the
I'm just gonna start having the mic like this from now on. Like it is what it is. But goody, homie. Yeah. What the hell is that hanging out the back? Oh, that's how they
Let me say this
chemtrail.
before I even started off. That better not be what
Okay, so that's
a
how they
pyramid
chemtrail
look
them.
like. That better not be, I promise y'all. If that's what a pyramid look like, I'm about to start going on a straight slapping spree. Anybody that look like a pyramid historian, get slapped. Y'all try to tell us it's just square. If this true, bro, who the built them pyramids? Who pyramids
Yeah.
is them? I'm tell you right now, them ain't ours. I know we ain't did no shit like that.
In all honesty, I feel like the pyramids were probably equivalent to like the skyscrapers that we have today. But what ended up happening was these mother cunts, or as time went on, the sand ended up building up and everything like that, which made it to where now all we see is the top of it. I think that's what happened. It's not so much of a, oh, we ain't see, or they dug down into the ground. Nah, the millions of years that this tower was there, it just got buried by all the sand over time. I think that's what happened.
The pyramid has over 2 million stones that weigh over a ton. Who the built them shits? I'm gonna tell you right now, I need some strong ass niggas, but I didn't see enough strong ass niggas to build them shits. Let me say this: the bottom of that pyramid better not look like that shit. I'm telling you right now, I'm going down there to see for myself. If y'all want to come with me, get your shovels. It's gonna take a lot of us, damn it. Unless anybody got a drill, but I don't need it. Y'all gonna bring the wrong drill. Y'all gonna bring the drill team. When I see stuff like this, it make me mad because half of me like, that shit ain't true. And then the other half of me like, if it's true, I'm whooping ass. I'm beating ass tonight. We ride at dawn. I know how to find this out. Hold on. Jesus, real quick. Can you tell us if the pyramids go all the way to the floor? Call us back.
It would take hell of us, bro. But say that wouldn't be a vibe. We would make that shit hella fun. Everybody be playing their music, we laughing, we talking, we vibing, we kicking it, we with our people. Say that wouldn't be a vibe. Soft entertainment, we wouldn't do it. We wouldn't do it.
I would, yes, I would. Hell yeah, I would. Fuck you mean? Yes, I would.
It's darker than it looks.
I'd be the one that does it. I would be the one that does
hear
it.
some birds or some wildlife, which is a good thing. Because when you don't, that's when you need to leave. But in just a moment, I'm going to show you one guy who captured something outside of his Appalachian home. And when he heard this thing, he knew in that moment he had to leave. You can probably tell here, this is very dangerous. It's hard to see things. There could be something watching me right now, and I probably will never know. Some people may say this video is a natural predator. It does kind of sound like a mountain lion, so that's a good possibility. And honestly, that's probably the best possibility it could be. Because there are things out here, things that are not tangible that you can put your hands on, that are much more frightening than this.
Weird stuff out here. I'm hearing weird stuff out here.
Oh, what the heck is that?
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Y'all can see me running so damn
He
fast.
said time to go, time to go,
So
time to
parts
go.
of Arizona is on fire right now, and nobody seems to be talking about it. Said it exploded over 500 acres already. 0% contained. They are telling people in that area to evacuate. Clearly, as you can see, they say firefighters don't have no control of this at all. They say the fire even jumped containment lines. That's crazy, fool. Look at this shit, y'all. Ain't no way you gonna contain this shit. All this shit is flammable. There's no stopping it. Until that jump just go out by itself, I'm telling y'all. Y'all seen the LA fires. I feel like this about to get worse. All of this is flammable. And y'all know Arizona already dry and hot. Breaking records this shit. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this fire, but like I said, this junk is 0% contained right now. And it don't look like this junk finna stop anytime soon. So if you in that area, I will evacuate and y'all stay safe.
Craigers, Arizona, what y'all think they about to build there?
Reported that UFOs took over nuclear missiles at a Russian base. and may have gotten ready to launch those missiles. Watch this and see for yourself.
Former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, they were very, very close for years in giving each other information. He says UFOs appeared over a Russian missile base. This is also interesting. Again, now in the congressional record, UFOs appeared over the base, performed astonishing maneuvers in front of stunned eyewitnesses, and then somehow took control of the launch system. The missiles aimed at the U.S. were suddenly fired up. Launch control codes were somehow entered, and the base was unable to stop what could have been initiated World War III. Then, just as suddenly, the UFOs disappeared and the launch control system shut down.
That's
I mean,
that's
if you're
wild,
not
bro.
concerned about national security with
That's
this issue,
wild, for real.
that pretty much sums it up right there. You know, if that's all true, and again, you talk about George Knapp's credibility, it's really alarming.
Well, and oddly enough, an event like that happened in the United States of America. You can research it. I can't recall the name of it right now, but it's been pretty well documented that the UFOs were sighted over a nuclear installation, and it was completely shut down, and they couldn't figure out what was going on with it. And to this day, they're not sure, other than the fact that there were UFOs flying around it.
If this is true that UFOs, whether they're extraterrestrial or something else, can take over nuclear weapons and do whatever they want with them, not to understate it, but we're in big trouble, baby. Let's just hope they're nice extraterrestrials like E.T. and not mean ones like Alien versus Predator. Shabadoo, Bushkis! Shabadoo!
Super secret super collider in North Texas. Waxahachie, Texas, the center of attention, the home of the super collider. They're talking about something more powerful than CERN. It's under the ground. We got all the tech giants moving there. Yeah, I believe it's up and going because Texas is set to be the data center of the world. Plus Elon Musk Stargate.
Texas is going to be the data center of the country because we don't know exactly. You know how America is; they don't want to tell us everything, so we don't know. We don't know what the rest of the world looks like. But for the country, yes, Texas is going to be run. Texas is going to be the data center of the country for real.
Project. You got the tech giants moving to Texas in that area.
You know Simon Cowell? He had a weird-ass video talking about Pizzagate, and everybody's looking into it like, what the fuck? Watch.
Pizza Land, Pizza Margarita. Now, Pizza Land doesn't exist anymore. If anyone can find me the recipe, I'll pay you $1,000.
Oh, you bag what he's trying to say, right? Because they don't run the island anymore, but he still wants to.
He still wants to eat the pizza.
Eat the pizza.
Oh, yo.
That's crazy.
What's the context of that video?
Because he was trying to get like the people that know the code to help him out and then get him. This is an older video when Ellen was still talking like the pizza stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is pizza like always featured in like children's cartoons? Like, is there like a correlation between that?
And they always make it look really tasty.
They're really tasty all the time.
Yo, remember that episode of SpongeBob? The Krusty Krab pizza?
Yeah.
Remember when they open the pizza and they're looking at it like, and they're looking at it like, and then like the look on their faces is like really lustful.
Yeah, and then like they're licking their lips and all that stuff.
How to change it to where you don't look at certain shit the same, right?
One of the scariest, I guess, legends in the country, and it's in New Jersey. You ever heard of like Devil's Tree?
No.
So there's a tree in Bernard's Township.
I never heard of it. Cool, I'll never go over there.
Bro, they said this tree is so cursed. If you touch it, you die. If you like disrespect it, like put graffiti on it or do something vandalize, you'll get cursed. So basically, there was a farmer that killed his whole family, and then he himself on that tree. And then there's supposedly like a secret, like an evil that used to live on that land in the 1920s. They used to people and them on that tree. When it snows, that tree never gets covered in snow. Like everything's covered in snow except that tree. People try to chop it down, people try to burn it, but like it will never go down. Like there's like a big chop mark and there's like burn marks on it. And like people don't know what happened to those people that tried to do it. They think they died or something happened to them. If that's real, bro.
Guess what? We're not going to Bergenstein.
Bernard Street.
We ain't going there either. Collective, I don't advise y'all either. Pray for the tree.
Outside of the Jersey Devil himself, New Jersey loves the devil. You've got the Devil's Tower in Alpine. If you drive around it 6 times backwards, Satan comes out and appears. You got the Devil's Tree in Bernardsville.
That's too many devils.
A tree cursed by the devil, and if you
everything is devil. Like, yo, chill out.
You've got the Devil's Tomb in Far Hills, which is a stone structure on top of a hill that has no doors or windows, and they say a group of priests trapped the devil with silver handcuffs attached to the ground and built the structure around him so he couldn't escape. There's, you know, you start to get into Clifton, the gates of hell, the infamous like sewage tunnels that kids in Clifton for many generations have been climbing around as a rite of passage, which I would actually argue is one of the most Clifton things I've heard.
We heard about
He said I would
drainage,
argue is one of the
tunnels,
most Clifton
Jersey.
things I've heard.
Let me know about the rest of them. Are they true? Are they not true? I need to hear it. Experiences? Spam it up. Let me know. I'll be in the comments, so I want to hear it.
Growing up, do y'all remember hearing the legend about the Jersey Devil? Unfortunately, I have a lot of stories like that, and this is one of them. Before we get into this, I do want you guys to know that I've barely told anybody about this because the people that I did tell didn't believe me. So if you guys don't either, I don't blame you. But this story takes place when I was about 9 years old, and it was me, my sister, and 4 of our cousins. And every weekend we would go to this campground in the middle of Chatsworth, New Jersey. It was called Chips Folly Campground. This was down deep in the Pine Barrens, where if you went missing and tried to scream, there ain't nobody gonna find you. Cool thing about this place was in the beginning of the campground, when you first pulled in, they actually had a little graveyard at the front of the campground with 13 tombstones, and on the tombstone in the back it said, "Here lies the 13th child." Now, I'm sure they did that just for scare for everybody that was going to be there, but we didn't expect to actually have an experience. Like I said, we were about 9 years old, all of us, and we're in a canoe out in the middle of a lake around 9 o'clock at night, right when it's about to get dark. Specifically remember all of us being like, okay, we need to hurry up because mom and dad's going to be mad, so we need to turn the canoe around and get back to land and go back to our campsite. What's that? And as she said that, we all looked, and she was pointing towards the woods, and we all turned around, and literally is the part that nobody, not even our parents, believed us. But mind you, like I said, it's pitch black, and about 3 layers of trees back into the woods, I want to say maybe 30 feet offshore into the woods, is where we saw a figure of, it looked kind of like a man, kind of like just something, it just wasn't normal. And this thing was
like a man.
literally on fire. I know.
Was that the
This
burning
thing
bush?
was on fire, and it was walking through, just walking through the woods, but nothing else was catching on fire. And now all of us are
Oh shit.
literally screaming, freaking out.
Uh-oh.
Trying to get out of there. We dropped our paddles in the lake, so now we're screaming even more. It was like a scene from a movie. We're trying to use our hands to row our canoe, and we're just spinning in a circle as this thing is continuously just walking like a regular person on fire through the woods. And believe me, I know how ridiculous this sounds, because when we finally got back to our campsite, our parents didn't freaking believe us either. And instead, our dads all tried to go and go on their tangent of like, oh, it must have been the Jersey Devil. Now, mind you, we know that they were messing with us, but we were not messing with them. Just like right now, I am not messing with you. I barely told anybody about that story because I know how ridiculous it sounds. Until this day, me, my sister, and our cousins, we will talk about it, and it gives us chills till this day, and we've never told anybody except me telling y'all here on TikTok.
After last video, I asked y'all in the comments to send me some clips, and y'all send me some clips. Y'all teaching me something. And again, to those who don't live in Jersey, like I don't live in Jersey, I don't know nothing about this. You may not either. Maybe you do. But Jersey, y'all got some explaining to do, bro. Have y'all seen any of this? Shit is crazy.
This very eerie Bigfoot video has been going viral lately. The video is a little mysterious, pretty quick, and uploaded with no sound. And it's believed to have been filmed years ago, but it's just now surfacing. A couple of friends were reportedly camping in a very remote cabin. A cabin miles out into the wilderness with no one around. They thought they were just going to have a peaceful time away from civilization, but their stay would be the opposite of peaceful after this happened.
After this happened. What the f happened? Tell me what you want, please.
They turned off the lights inside their cabin, thinking they saw someone or something lurking outside. They turn on their flashlight and camera and begin talking to the camera, presumably telling their story. But then the figure they thought they saw outside made itself known. It comes right up to the window and peers in at them, and they capture it perfectly as they turn the camera around. The disturbing face of a Bigfoot-like creature is seen. They're staring right into the face of something unknown. Its eyes reflect the flashlight, its face is huge and covered in thick black fur, and it looks to have thin, human-like lips. The witnesses quickly shine the flashlight away from the creature and they turn their camera off,
Oh, that's a
focusing
white
on
person.
staying safe rather
You
than
got
getting
genes
a
of a
perfect video.
Caucasian. Black folk got big.
And
We
this
got big
act here
lips.
makes the whole thing seem more realistic too. And the fact that they were in a very remote cabin far in the woods, this would be an ideal spot for one of these creatures to hide and remain hidden. Did these guys really come face to face with the most infamous cryptid of all time? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below.
What y'all think? Was that real or was that fake?
I think it's whatever you want it to be. Came back after dark. Yeah. What?
Pretty deep.
You came back? Okay, so you saw something earlier and then you decided to come back? You stupid ass. Stupid ass boy.
Wait a minute.
See, I gotta go jump rope.
Huh? What was that? Back up.
What was that?
I don't know. It was really back up.
Where was it at?
It was over here. Shine your light over there. What the hell?
That shit gone by now, cuz. You better rewind the video. The only thing I saw, yeah, I was about to say, I was like, oh, what the heck is that?
Y'all, I'm in New Orleans, and I just realized a lot of y'all didn't realize that you can actually see how we're under sea level. But yeah, here you can literally see how we're under, and that's so scary. If it wasn't for that, I'd totally move here. I'm honestly not understanding how the water doesn't just come crashing in. Like, what? Y'all seen how he just had to walk up to see this? Again, under sea level. All of that is like down. They literally, like, I don't know, still don't do things about it. Remember when the levee broke, for example? I don't know, it's just so scary. I feel I wish they do better. The people here deserve better. Not just the tourist areas, you know? But yeah, okay, I gotta go. I just wanted to show y'all that. And if you haven't visited here, you definitely need to. Bye!
Wait for it.
They walk among us, yeah.
Right there. Did you catch it? I was watching this podcast 52 because I got really interested when they started talking about aliens needing copper to consume, and that's why they mutilate cows for the copper in their blood. And then they started referring to humans. Right there. Yep, they walk among us.
I just had this talk.
Yeah, the eyes.
Wow. Why is it always
the eyes? Did anybody see how his eyes just moved?
I mean, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying it gives me something to question, somewhere to look even further down.
The thing that gets me though, I'm like, look, if aliens want to deal with us, what up, Anika? If aliens want to deal with us and mess with humans, I'm like, bruh, if you want to mutilate any freaking animals, mutilate pigs. I'm like, pigs. From what everybody says when it comes down to the taste and everything, they like cannibals. They say it tastes just like pork. It tastes just like pork, and it makes sense because pigs will eat anything. And I mean, when you look at it, human beings eat anything. In America, we're getting fed all these chemicals and extra shit, and they're just eating for taste. I'm like, pigs will just eat to be making sure that they are getting what they. Just to fill their stomach. I'm not a pig. I can't say for nutrition, for taste, whatever. But just to fill their stomach. And in all honesty, in America, that's what they do. They think that they're hungry, so they eat. They get bored, they eat. They feel a flux of emotions, they eat. Not humans, but Americans in America, these fat ass obese motherfuckers, probably you too, When you don't know how to deal with what's going on in your life, you gorge it down. A lot of them gorge it down by eating. I had to just fight myself earlier because I had a craving for some chicken, which probably isn't chicken because there's no way that there's that many chickens in the goddamn country, or yet alone in the world for the amount that we're eating chicken. So that lets me know that a lot of this shit is lab grown and then processed onto a fucking bone, and they sell it and say it's chicken when it's not really chicken. Because I went down to Texas and I had fresh chicken. Like, this dude grabbed the chicken out of his fucking chicken coop and killed that bad boy, drained it, boiled it, and plucked the feathers, and then grilled it. When I told you, when I bit into that chicken, I was like, this is what chicken's supposed to taste like? What have I been eating my entire life? And that's why I can say that the stuff they give us is not chicken. It is layers of something, but it's not chicken. A majority of the meat that we have in America is not real. It's not real. They just let y'all know about the lab grown stuff, but it's not going to change anything because y'all been eating lab grown for many, many, many years. Just like how the technology that they've had for years, for at a minimum of 20 years, and they just introduce it to you. Just like with the lab grown food, they have already put that out into the public, I would say a minimum of like 20 years ago. 20 years before the time that they announced that they had lab-grown food, or that they had established it, created it, however they want to state it. So, I mean, everybody right now has been eating lab-grown, and the sad part is everybody's so hooked on social media at the point where they want to talk about and fights online instead of actually standing up and doing something about it, you fucking pussies. Our children are not going to know how to stand up for themselves. They're not going to know how to fight. They're not going to know how to get things done, how to push back against the system. So they're going to sit there and turn around and take it in the ass with 10 dicks and no lube because of the fact that that's all they know is how to be taken advantage of. Because their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents did not show them what it means to fight back against the system. And that's where I'm at right now. Yes, I served in the military. I worked for the government even after I got out the military. I don't agree with the things that's going on. Like, I really wish that Michael Jackson was here because he had the spirit and the bloodline of Archangel Michael, sharing that love and positivity of wanting to heal the world. And that's the same level I am on. But people don't want to hear what needs to happen because we have too many cowards in the world. Too many people don't want to stand up and speak up against the things that are going on. Everybody feels that if they say something, something's going to happen to them or they're going to be an outcast. Everybody wants to be fit. Everybody wants to fit into the in crowd. With all due respect, fuck the in crowd. The in crowd ain't doing nothing but setting everybody up. They are setting y'all back hundreds and thousands of years by making y'all complacent to everything that's going on at the moment. We need to do better. I don't even want to do this damn video no more. I'm starting to get pissed off. I'm tired of this country. I'm tired of watching everybody get taken advantage of. I'm tired of watching people get unalived because they're trying to do something for this country. I'm sick and tired of watching everybody be a little fucking bitch on the sidelines, watching people who are trying to do something for this country get talked about, get ridiculed, get slandered. And then for all these individuals to sit here and watch it, come up to the person in private and say, hey, you're doing the right thing. I support you. Well, where the fuck was you at that time when we needed you the most? I'm done with this shit. Fucking hate this country. Everything that's about to happen in this country deserves to happen. We need to wipe this country out completely. And Trump is doing a good-ass job at fucking accomplishing that.
That rabbit hole, but what's y'all thoughts on that?
Moving around her house, then one night she sees it.
A woman named Nico from Dallas, Texas explains that while moving into her new apartment, she began experiencing strange things. And after installing security cameras, she's captured multiple strange encounters, like things being pulled and lights turning on. Since it will only be smaller things like things moving around, although scared, she ignored it. But one night while getting ready to fall asleep, she sees someone or something is at her bedroom door.
I'm about to go like a goddamn pack of noodles. Nah, in all honesty, what I want right now is a fucking. I want to get like those Vietnamese freaking spring rolls, the ones that's got like the shrimp or chicken in the middle, and then it's like wrapped in like the lettuce and the carrots and stuff with the rice paper wrapping. Yeah, that sounds bomb with the peanut sauce. Oh my god. I need to find me a Vietnamese or a Thai restaurant around here. Oh yeah, I'm about to go fucking. Yeah, I'm about to train. I'm about to train. I got to. You ran out?
While leaving her house's lights on from being scared, something can be seen approaching the door as it stays there, like if it's trying to look under. Then it moves. Nico's completely terrified and runs out of her apartment as she investigates the history of the place and finds multiple homicides have been reported in the last couple of years there.
Oh,
Given the story's very recent.
Hell to the nah. So you need. Oh damn. What would you do? What would you do if you found out that there was multiple homicides in the place that you were staying? What would you do? What would you do if you found out that?
There's no doubt Nico's attempting to move out as soon as she can, especially after finding out the place's dark past.
Yeah. It looks like it's writing something in the grass, in the dirt or something. That's just creepy. I mean, that's an alien or a cryptid, or either somebody's having way too much fun in latex.
Have you ever experienced like any paranormal stuff or supernatural stuff?
It was the time that I went to Mexico for the first time since I was like 3. I went again when I was 17. I had just graduated high school. When we took a trip, my parents just got their residency at the time, so we were all excited to go. And we were staying at my dad's pueblo, which is in Guerrero. I remember laying down in the bed, and I think I was on my phone or just listening to music. But I remember I think I had my headphones in. It's already like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. I don't know. I just know it was very late. Either it could have been between the hours of 12 to 3. I remember that. And I remember specifically hearing like a horse as if it was like walking by, like you hear the sounding of the, and as I hear that, I'm waiting to see who the is on a horse at this time, and it goes, stops.
Wait, does it stop like before I got to the window, or like
I was waiting to see it pass by the window. It never passed by. Nothing passed by. Just the moment it stopped, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Eventually, I just was like, nah, bro, there's just no way. Where the did it go? I didn't hear no one get off. I didn't hear no one make any more movements. Just the moment it stopped, it just stopped. It just was no more. That definitely stayed with me for a minute. I was pretty freaked out. I ended up telling my mom the next day. Then you hear all the stories in Mexico. That's like a common thing to hear, horses or people on horses, or sometimes you see someone all black riding a horse. A bunch of people have the same story around the same kind of idea. You know what I mean?
Just imagine the tension, like you're expecting something to happen next. It's like you're waiting for the jump scare.
I was, bro. I was straight up waiting to see who the was riding the horse at almost 3 a.m.
Did you have some type of light inside your house, or no? It was all pitch black?
It was pitch black because everyone was about to fall asleep.
So to this day, like, what do you think it was? Do you think it was the Charo Negro, or do you think it was like the devil or something?
I definitely feel like it was some type of like spirit roaming.
You know, I never told you this. My aunt, right? I think it was like last year, 2 years ago. She had visited from Mexico, and she stayed with my other aunt. And similar story like you, bro. Here on the island, she was sleeping on the couch, like the guest couch in the living room. And
when I was in 8th grade. I lived in a house. Somebody passed away, but we didn't know that. The owner of the house, they own 2 houses, but they stayed next door to us and they stayed across the street from us. Their mother lived in the house we was renting. My mom was in the shower one night, could hear kids laughing. She said she was going to pay the rent one day and walk across the street. I'm about to walk to the window and look out the window. Behind me, I can see the hallway, my sister's room. And my mom's room is diagonally across. I seen a lady walk from my mom's room to my sister's room. I'm in like I'm in 7th grade. And when I tell you in my head, I tried to say, I didn't see that. I saw somebody walking outside. I didn't see a reflection. I thought I saw somebody walking outside. I know what I saw. I was just trying to convince myself otherwise. I sat my ass on the couch. I didn't say a word. When we moved out, the day we was moving out, the mail lady told us this. The owner's mother passed away in the house. They didn't tell us. They didn't tell us at all. That's how we found out. Everything started making sense. Doorbell would just ring randomly for no reason, bro. Nobody out there. Crazy shit. We had flies on one side of the house, just on the window. The whole side of the house. We had maggots and flies. No garbage outside. They was just sticking to the wall. It was coming down. It was everywhere. That shit was crazy. I'll never forget that.
Just making sure there's nobody in here. Anybody in here? Hello? Yeah, but listen, you gotta get out of here. You're gonna have to come talk to me, okay? Where you at? I can't see you, you're correct, so you need to come out, okay? You guys hear this? This is broad daylight. I don't know where this kid is. Where are you?
That's some scary shit, bro.
What this family in Brazil has been experiencing, it's absolutely terrifying. Here's a video where they're experiencing paranormal activity at home. Have you ever experienced anything like this moving into a new home? Let me know in the comments.
We gotta go check it out. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off, dude. That is Devin Adams' trailer. Don't clap, I swear to God. This is the campsite, dude. It's from Bigfoot. No. What are you talking about? Shit. Hey, man, don't just walk up on somebody's cabin, dude. Shut the... This is... Holy shit, this is the trailer. Holy shit, that's crazy, man. This is what we're looking for, dude. This is what I want to come out. I opened his door, dude. It's locked. It's locked. The f was that shit? Dude, legitimately, seriously, what was that? I don't know. What the f is that? Look at that. Do you see it? See the big scary shed? Yeah, I see the big scary shed. Holy shit. We gotta go check it out. Bro, I say we roll, man. Come on. Bro, we've been driving for like 45 minutes straight, haven't seen shit. What the f is this doing here? It's for shelter, I guess? Or what?
Oh my God, what I missed? Nothing? Okay. Add me on Discord.
What?
Nah.
Is that just concrete tile in the corner? Who does that?
Ooh, why is it so cold up in this motherfucker? Whoa! Wait, that's not a jump scare? Missing YouTube host trailer discovered. Yeah, that's clickbait right there. Available May 26th on digital.
Oh, man, I don't know. I ain't never heard of them. Let me know if y'all know anything, because y'all know them type of
Stop
clips
the
be coming
cap.
up, and these people be doing that type of shit and having this content out, and I'm unfamiliar with it. Y'all let me know.
Stop the cap.
I gotta call Cap.
all the cryptids, the one that I think could be
What's
real
up with
is
the Jersey Devil?
because there have been thousands of reports that have been well documented. I mean, the Jersey Devil has been seen since the 1700s. And these stories and these reports were published in so many newspaper articles. And still to this day, you ask the people near the Pine Barrens, they will tell you the Jersey Devil is real. Now, this is a story from 1998. There was this woman named Deborah. And Deborah said that she was young. She had this boyfriend. They had like fell into rough times. So they had a friend who owned some land next to the Pine Barrens. And they let them park their RV there and live in it. And she said from time to time, you know, living out in the woods, you would hear weird sounds or you would see animals, but for the most part, it wasn't that bad. She said then one night she had let her dogs out. And all of a sudden she hears her dogs outside like barking at something, like they had smelled the scent of something. So she goes outside of the RV and she's yelling to her dogs like, come here, like, where are you? And she said she could see her two dogs in front of her, but she sees up in the sky this black shadowy figure just come down, take her dog, and pick it up and carry it off into the air. And at the time, she said she thought it was like an owl or a large bird or something. So she's freaking out. She's screaming like, you know, her dog's name. She gets the other dog, puts it in the RV. She calls for her boyfriend, and they go out in the woods and they're looking for this dog. They cannot find it anywhere. The next day, they go back out into the woods to look for this dog. They notice this one tree, there's like red stuff running down it. Well, they look up in the tree, and there is the dog. And it has been ripped apart into two pieces, and it's hanging from the tree. And they said this was a German Shepherd. It was, you know, 98 pounds. So whatever it was had to be very big that carried this thing off, right? So after that, she was very cautious with leaving the dogs out at night. She didn't like to be outside at night. And she said a few nights she would, you know, come home later at night and she was bringing some groceries in. And she would hear strange sounds like screams coming from the woods, and she would hurry up and run inside the RV. But she said the creepiest encounter with this thing was one night her and her boyfriend are asleep in the RV. And she said she had this very vivid dream. And she said standing in her bedroom there was this tall creature that had the legs of like a horse, had sort of the face kind of a man, had these big long horns protruding from its head, had these sharp teeth, had red eyes. And this thing just looked at her and said, "Hello, Deborah." And she said right as it said, "Hello, Deborah," she woke up. Well, when she wakes up, she thinks like, oh, it was just like a bad nightmare. Well, she hears what sounds like something moving on top of the RV. She wakes her boyfriend up and she's like, there's something on top of the RV. And they could hear what sounded like footsteps, but like if it was a horse kind of trotting on top of this RV. And she said all of a sudden they heard this unhumanly scream.
See you in the morning, okay?
And then, boom, whatever this was, it sort of flew off.
Later time.
The
if I have you sit here with me, your mom will get mad at me.
She went on top of the RV with a ladder, and she looked up on the top of the RV and could see what looked like dirt impressions of hoofprints. So
you already unseen it.
Several months pass.
Remember I told you there was
you know, they kept having these weird encounters.
So I'm downloading it right now.
She said this night
PC, and it's also downloading on the laptop over there. So
she
you
said
be
that
able to
her and her
play.
boyfriend were watching
It's just
TV
like
in the
that's
RV.
the one I was talking about. That's just like
When
the one
all of a
will be there.
sudden something just hits.
So you should be able to
the side of
get
the
on
RV,
that. You'll be able to make your own character, your own
she
avatar.
said it was so hard
So
that
it's
stuff
it's kind of
actually
like
fell off the shelf.
the Naruto.
And she said then they
It's kind of
started
like the
hearing
Naruto
these
where you make your own
loud
character.
screams.
So
Yeah,
you-
like
there was something
outside of the RV, and it was kind of flying
the Naruto to
around
Naruto to
like
Boruto
low,
Shinobi Striker.
that they could
So
see
when
out
we
the
play on the
window.
long laptop,
So her
it's
boyfriend like
just
jumps in
like
the
that
driver's
kind of
seat,
same
starts it
thing,
up,
but it's
and
Dragon Ball
starts
Z.
driving
So
away.
you'll be able to do that. Let's
And
download
they said as they
those
were driving,
over there.
they hear a
The
loud
newest
smashing
one,
sound
which
on
is
the
going to
top
be
of the
Dragon Ball
RV,
Xenoverse
like this thing
3
was
that
trying
comes
to
out
get in
next
the top
year.
of,
So I mean, you'll be able to play 2, and
So her
then
boyfriend
you
just pushed on the
get
gas
better
pedal
and better
and went
on
as
2
fast as
because
he
I still
can.
like.
And he
You're
said
probably
after
gonna be
about
playing that more than
5
Naruto.
miles, whatever this was,
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll play Naruto,
they
whatever. Because we
managed
share
to
the
go to
same
a friend's
Steam.
house, and
Well,
when
we
they
don't
get
share the
out,
same
they could
Steam, but
tell
we both are
something
on Steam,
was sort of like
and we can
had
share games
thrashed
on
the
Steam.
outside of the
So
RV
you
because
can
it was
play the
badly
Dragon
damaged.
Ball Xenoverse 2.
And Debbie said she would never go back
Exactly.
to the Pine Barrens
So
again.
we're not interrupting.
Some Final Destination shit happened in
But
New
we
Jersey
also can
today.
still play
A
Ace Combat
delivery driver
together.
was driving
So
a
I'm
box
like,
truck
maybe
and
on
it was hit
Sundays
by
or
a
Saturdays,
767
we
Bomber
play Ace
plane.
Combat together,
You
and we
heard
can
what
go
I just
live
said?
together
The
on
wheel
that.
of a United Airlines plane coming from Venice,
Oh,
Italy,
sorry, not Ace
hit
Combat,
a
Metal
box
Storm.
truck. Oh, you don't believe me, right?
Ace
Look
Combat
at this shit.
that came
Listen
before
to this.
Metal Storm, but it's just pretty much the same thing.
This nigga
So we can play
singing,
Metal
having a
Storm
good
together.
time. Look at
But
this.
I'm gonna have you go ahead and go to your room and go to bed
Look
before
at
your
this
mom
shit.
get mad at
Look
me.
at this shit.
Because you gotta be up in the morning. I'm gonna be up waiting
That's some
for you,
Final
but you need to
Destination
get
shit
your
right
8
there.
hours of sleep at a
If
minimum.
that's not some scary shit,
Love
I
you,
don't know
bye-bye.
what is. You can see the wheel clearly right there. So they're saying
He
that
said,
this
"Love
plane
you."
was carrying
United
231 people.
Bone
This plane hit a light pole
strikes a light
and then it
pole.
hit the box truck. They're saying that the plane was coming from Venice, Italy, going to Newark International Airport,
Will his
and
delivery truck down
then
Newark
hit a
Pine.
truck while it was
How?
driving. Crazy thing is whenever I'm driving and I see a plane flying, I'm like, damn, that shit is kind of low. That shit can hit something. That plane did exactly what I was thinking. Which means if that shit hit that box truck, it could have did way more damage than that. Why was the plane approaching the runway that low? Look how close that was.
Oh my goodness.
That thing hit that. Did you see all that wind?
I'm out.
I seen that clip.
Bruh.
The part where he hits the truck, I can't post that. But I seen that clip like
You can't post
when
that?
it
I
first
would
happened.
post
I
it.
did see
I'm
it. I
not
know I couldn't
monetized.
post it when
That's
I
the
first
thing.
saw it.
I'm not ready to go ahead and hit up Q and be like, bro, everything you can't post, let me post it. I have no intention of getting monetized.
Them damn planes be lower now than they were when I was a kid. Tell me what y'all think.
That's crazy. that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Shit do look dope.
Did you know that about 7,000 years ago, Mount Mazama, a volcano located in Oregon, erupted and collapsed within itself, creating one of the largest craters in the world. This crater was filled over time with rain and snow, creating one of the deepest, or should I say the deepest lake in the United States.
Word.
The water is said to be about 1,900 feet deep, in addition to it being the cleanest, prettiest blue water you've ever seen.
Prettiest, bluest
On top
water?
of the lake is an island created from volcanic matter
Word.
that they call the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of
In addition
Oz.
to an ancient tree that swims the top of the lake that they call the Old Man. Locals suggest that the Old Man controls the weather of the lake. Keep in mind, this lake is lifeless, currentless, and it has no rivers flowing in and out. NASA has explored the lake, but it is said that around 20 feet deep, that equipment begins to malfunction, preventing the exploration of the bottom of Crater Lake. Locals, in addition, report eerie sightings, lights, and unusual noises in the area. Did you know this?
Some of that I knew. Some of that I didn't know. We took that rabbit hole.
It's terrifying, but lakes, lakes are haunted as heck. I just went down an entire rabbit hole about Crater Lake in Oregon. This lake is spooky dooky for so many reasons that I can't even name them all. Basically, the lake was created 8,000 years ago when an ancient volcano called Mount Mazama collapsed inwards. This resulted in a 5-mile wide and just under 2,000 feet deep lake filled with snow meltwater, making Crater Lake the clearest, cleanest, and deepest body of water in the entire United States. The lake was so deep that there's a rumor that it was bottomless. Scientists still don't know where the water comes from or where it goes. The local native tribes that are indigenous to the area believe that Crater Lake is a portal to another world, specifically the underworld, and according to oral tradition, houses supernatural beings within its depths. I don't know about Crater Lake being a portal to the upside down, but it does have a dark history. It's been the site for a slew of accidental and strange deaths. There's one story about this man, a photographer named Charles McCullough, who visited Crater Lake in 1974 and never returned. 2 years later, park rangers found only his socks, pants, and bone fragments, as if, quote, the rest of his body just melted away. In 1949, there was a woman who was canoeing on the lake with a group and swore that she saw something enormous moving beneath them in the lake that was big enough to create waves visible from the shore. She described what she saw as dragon-esque, but no one believed her. Then there's the bizarre case of the missing plane. In 1944, 2 planes were flying together on a clear day when suddenly one of the planes vanishes without a trace. 0 distress calls were made from the plane, and the disappearance was a mystery for a while. Then a search and rescue team found evidence that the plane had actually crashed into the lake and had sunk to the bottom. To this day, no one knows how or why the plane crashed. And this lake is so massive that it has 3 islands within the lake, which each have their own creep factor to them. Wizard Island, Phantom, Ship Island, and Old Man of the Lake. With names like that, you're practically begging for creepy things to happen. They're all spooky in their own right, but I think the last one takes the cake for me. Wizard Island is named as such because it's supposed to look like a wizard hat, and it is known to be haunted. People often report seeing campfires or fires on the island, but then rangers never find any evidence of fire, smoke, or ashes. Then there's Phantom Ship Island. It's noted for its very odd shape, which kind of looks like a ship. And then depending on the time of day and angle, the island appears to vanish, hence the name. Now we've come to the Old Man of the Lake. It's actually a log that has floated upright for more than 100 years without any weight. It floats 4 feet above the water and the rest extends 30 feet below the surface. And it has just stayed like that for over 100 years. And apparently the local rangers don't like disturbing the log because doing so in the past has caused sudden changes in the weather. As I said, the lake is so clear that you can see down straight 140 feet. But what lies in the other 1,800 feet of darkness? Perhaps some questions are better left unanswered.
We took that rabbit hole early on in the channel.
For those of you who don't think that we stay in the firmament, I want y'all to look up above my head right now. Do you not see that ring right there around the sun? That ain't supposed to be going on, twin. So this is what I want you to know. Before you think that them folks went to space or that you can leave this bitch, this is the evidence that you can't. I just want y'all to see that. You see that perfect ring? Perfect ring, plus the chemtrails, but don't worry about the chemtrail. They spraying the chemicals all in our air. But look, y'all see that ring up there? Look at that ring, bro. It's perfect around the sun. That bitch is perfect. Look, no matter which way I put my phone, it's perfect. Like that bitch, like you looking through an hourglass, fam. Who say God ain't real, bro? The Bible say.
I want him to keep going.
You want to see something crazy? Holy God.
When I see that, I hear the word population. It starts with a C after that. You know what I mean? I see that, I see this, and then I'm like, how are we overpopulated? We got shit like this in all of our cities and states. Don't make no sense. I know a couple places out here in Sac just like that, bro. But you see people homeless. But catch this, though. They'll turn around and build a new stadium for a pro team, but can't build facilities for the less fortunate, for the homeless. This shit, bro, this fall for entertainment. I be seeing a lot of shit, I just don't say it all the time. But what's your thoughts, man? That's what I see when I see a clip like that.
What if ghosts aren't dead people? You ever heard of the plague virgin maiden? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to identify this animal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you didn't already, pause the video, write what you think this animal is below. Don't cheat. Are you ready? Did you write your answer? See, most of you probably said it was a dog or a wolf or a fox or something of that nature, but when actually it's a thylacine. And a thylacine is not a dog, it's the closest cousin, or one of its cousins, I should say, as a kangaroo, yet it looks and acts and hunts like a wolf, or some of them hunt and act like foxes. This is what's called convergent evolution. Genes didn't invent the wolf, like you were probably taught in school. They downloaded, I mean that metaphorically, by the way, the wolf. The form and behavior, the essence of the wolf, perceives the physicality and the genes of a wolf. So in the philosophy of order, we're redefining the spirit, but really we're just taking it back to what people who originally were talking about spirits meant. Okay, so in traditional view, it's a mystical remnant of a dead person. And the philosophy of order is a collection of attributes that make something what it is, the essence of something. Right? You know, in form, you know, they say in traditional view, it's a literal, ethereal ghost cloud or like something of that nature. But in philosophy of order, it's a ecological pattern downloaded, metaphorically again, by nature into an available medium or matrix. And, you know, in movies defeated by exorcism, magic, or religious rituals, which are interesting. I can go deeper into why they represent it as that, but really, in order to do so in the philosophy of order, you must have permanent eradication of its generative environmental matrix. In other words, if it quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, and actually acts like a duck, it has a spirit of a duck. Let me put this in different words. If you were to wipe out every single wolf on the planet, then, you know, maybe tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years later, that niche would still recreate something very wolf-like. Something that has the spirit of a wolf, or the collection of attributes of a wolf. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna apply this biological rule to human spaces. A house isn't just wood and nails, it is an environment that stores patterns. When extreme emotional trauma occurs, that pattern doesn't vanish. The house as a matrix absorbs and feeds that pattern. This stored environmental data is what we call a haunting. Your brain cannot process abstract data directly. Just as synesthesia turns sound into visible color, the human mind renders invisible environmental patterns into visible figures. You are not seeing something that isn't there, you are seeing something that cannot be seen directly. If y'all want to go deeper into it, I've made many videos on the hyperreal data of the plague version from the Black Death. You can pause this, take a screenshot, and read it, and it'll help you understand how to even get rid of a spirit of like disease, for example. People don't run the world, spirits do. Make sure you...
So here's what happened. Bioindicators. It's a kind of a dangerous thing, and some people say, you shouldn't bring animals on that. What if they got hurt? We are animals. We get hurt. Everything on there. There's animals on the ranch getting hurt. So you can question how you go about it, right? So I brought on some falcons. My buddy and I brought on a couple peregrine falcons, and we're like, let's just fly them around. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to fly them. And we had radio transmitters on them and Marshall 3D GPS transmitters. Now, it's important to note, our government, our military, uses these transmitters on their drones to test them. So if you have an EMP that knocks out a drone falls out of the sky, these transmitters keep working. That's kind of their hallmark. So we went over the triangle, and Eric and I went up on the hill, and my buddy was down below. We flew the bird through the triangle. Now, the 3D GPS said Eric and I were bouncing up in the air, going hundreds of feet in the air. Like, no, we're not. And bird flies through. When the bird went through, then the radio transmitter flared up, like, did a big old radio flare as the bird flew through the triangle. And then on the ground, my buddy was picking the bird up, and again, the transmitter was saying it was like Spock in fast motion, like, he wasn't. He was just picking up the bird, putting the jesses on. We did the experiment again. The same thing, the exact same thing happened. We filmed it, we documented it. We're like, well, let's go to the East Field. So we all got in, we all drove to the East Field. Open space. That's cool. Get the Falcon flying up. It's doing good, doing great. It's going about 800 feet up. And the GPS, beep, you got a 3D, you picture Google Earth with a 3D blip going through real time. So we're watching this. And we're like, okay, let's bring her down. So we call her down, and she starts to come down towards the ground. And right as she gets, the lure's out there, I land on the lure, I get a big meal. And all of a sudden, she freaks out, and she flutters and goes around, comes back around, and she keeps freaking out. Something near the ground was repulsing her from landing. And so finally, she got so spooked, she starts going up, skying out. And she's 700 feet, about 800 feet. All of a sudden, the GPS starts to miss blips. It's like blip, 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 nothing, blip, 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 nothing, blip, nothing, blip. And just a little over 1,000 feet, I think probably like 1,100 feet. We're all filming, film crew's filming, we're filming with our phones, and all of a sudden, we're like, where'd she go? I look down on the GPS, and I'm like, what? My phone died. Eric was filming with my phone, and my phone stops filming. And so we go, and we're like, where'd the bird go? And this one was my buddy's falcon. So he started freaking out. He's like, oh, my bird's gone. I shouldn't have come over it. And then all of a sudden, the radio transmitter starts working again, and the bird is now over the triangle. And we can see her. We're like, oh, she instantly appeared over the triangle. Let's start heading over there. Then the GPS starts picking up again, and it is mirroring the motion of the bird, but in the wrong place, about a quarter of a mile off. And when we get back and we look at the 3D GPS route, it shows that the bird went through the mesa.
What? I'm gonna have to listen to that again.
So, did y'all know that the movie Candyman that traumatized us all is based on a true story? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is crazy work. So we know the story is based off this guy named Danny Robitaille. He was an artist in Chicago or whatever, and he basically ended up falling in love with this white woman. They ended up talking, her family found out. They got their hands on Danny Robitaille because this was like the Jim Crow days. Ended up taking his hand away from him. That's why the hook ended up in there, because they put it there. Put honeycomb all over his torso. The bees could, go over there and do what they do to him. And that's how Candyman was brought to us. And that's where his famous line, "Be my victim," comes from, because he was a victim. That's why Helen became a victim. The same way Danny Robitaille, aka Candyman, became a victim. But let me tell you about this crazy true story it's based on. Ruthie Mae McCoy, this woman right here, was a lonely, mental ill resident in Chicago. She stayed in the ABLA homes in Chicago on the south side, so like the projects. On the night of April 22nd of 1987, Ruthie called 911 to get help from police because she said she saw someone in her house and she heard someone in her house and she wasn't tripping. She told the dispatcher that someone ended up coming from the other side of her cabinet, pushing down her mirror to enter her apartment. Just like the whole situation happened with Candyman and Helen in her apartment. She was saying so much things that were crazy that she was seeing in her apartment and the cabinet falling down. They thought she was tripping, like her screws was loose upstairs. But what the police didn't know, that Ruthie Mae McCoy was indeed right. The narrow passages between the walls allowed maintenance to have easy access through the walls. But it also became a popular way for people to do burglaries in Chicago project apartments by going through the walls and pushing the cabinets out. With the next door neighbors hearing pew-pews come from Ruthie Mae McCoy's apartment, to be exact, I heard 4 pew-pews come from her apartment. The police decided not to kick the door down and waited 2 days while she was unalived in her apartment. So that police department got sued because they eventually drilled the lock and went in her apartment and found her face down unalived. So yes, Ruthie Mae McCoy was the inspiration for the Candyman movie. So y'all remember the first victim he had, Ruthie Jean, in the opener of the Candyman movie. When she looks in the mirror in the cabinet in the bathroom, and someone came through her mirror, just like Ruthie Mae McCoy's situation in her project apartment. So yes, Candyman was based off of a true story. Bone chilling.
So this is the character I created. I'm sure I'll be able to change this stuff
shares a
as time
chilling
goes
photo
on.
from his trip to the mountains. It was during the
I
podcast that
decided to do the
Jesus
colors of
Olivares
the
shared the image
podcast,
and story behind it.
So the pink, purple,
Doubtless,
or
the
pink,
picture is pretty
lavender, and
creepy to say
yellow.
the least. In 2009, Olivares and a
Gotta
group
love
of friends had traveled to one of the highest mountains in Mexico. The mountain is known as Pico de Orizaba, which has an elevation so high above sea level that it's nearly impossible to climb without an oxygen supply. Many believe that the mountain is uninhabitable for this reason, and therefore lacks civilization. However, many climbers have reported seeing silhouettes of people and other strange shadow-like figures when going up the mountain. While some think that this might have been other climbers in the area, many believe that this might have been the spirits of deceased individuals who tragically died during their climb. Now, Olivares admits to having seen things he couldn't explain. Perhaps this might have been the altitude sickness kicking in, as low levels of oxygen can cause people to hallucinate. But Olivares asserted that what he saw wasn't him just seeing things, but in fact, something real. And to prove it, he has a photo.
Train and teach, yes.
In a podcast, Olivares claims to have seen shadows and heard distant voices while he and his friends ascended the mountain. These occurrences would come and go, but eventually stop at a certain point. They would continue climbing, feeling less spooked, before later stopping to take photos. Now, lots were taken, but one in particular would catch people's attention. After the trip was over, Olivares posted the pics on social media and called it a day. But then, the day after, a strange comment was made below one of his photos, which read, "Nice pic, but who's the kid in the background?" Confused by the comment, Olivares, in response, asked, "What kid?" To which they replied, "The kid in the corner. Who is that?" Olivares takes a closer look at the photo. He immediately got goosebumps. Olivares assures us that he and his friends, all adults, were the only ones present at the site. Initially thinking that it was just a rock, he shrugged it off as a case of pareidolia, but upon closer examination, there is clearly a child's face. It doesn't make any sense that someone, let alone a child, would be this high up in the mountain by themselves. Only explanation he can think of is that this was a paranormal incident. But of course, it is solely a theory among many others who've seen the picture. The photo continues to haunt him to this day, even though it was taken back in 2009. And the lack of an explanation reassures him that something paranormal occurred. But as always, what do you think? Did Olivares capture something paranormal? Or might there be a rational explanation for this? Feel free to let me know what you think down below.
One day. Oh my God, bro. So it's downloaded all the way on the
Over Las Vegas, multiple glowing orbs light up the sky, darting and flashing like they're locked in combat. Witnesses called it a UFO war, with lights zipping, streaking, and colliding in ways that defy normal aircraft. Was this an aerial battle of unknown origin, or just a wild show of flares and drones?
I think our government at war with them for entertainment is not true.
This is another video, a part of the disclosure that the president want the files released. Look how this UFO takes off. I slowed it down.
I don't know, I think they at war, bro.
This video was hidden from the internet until now.
¿Qué es el Porsche? El Porsche. ¿Qué es eso? Esto.
On the 26th of April, 2026, where this person spotted something completely unknown hovering outside their apartment, and it was deeply unsettling.
My mom told me
that I kicked my sister because I was mad.
That was you?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you, so what were you mad about? Come in here for a little while. When did she be bothering you? Just now?
Yes.
How did she bother you?
Because she was talking to me and was about my mother.
Did you ask her to leave?
No.
So that's one really messed up. So anytime that someone's bothering you, you need to give them a warning. A warning will be something along the lines of, leave me alone, or if they're in your room, just like I'm out, get out of my room. If she says no, or she doesn't get out of the room, be like, hey, this is strike 2, or warning number 2. Leave me alone. And exactly what I'm saying right now is what you can use in school as well. Because if anything is happening to where you end up getting in any type of altercation, aka having to defend yourself at school, mommy and daddy want to make sure that you have covered. First, you told the person to leave you alone. If they didn't leave you alone, then you tell the teacher.
Look, I said
Once
this
you
before,
tell
and
the
I'm gonna say
teacher,
this again.
and the person's still bothering you, and the teacher doesn't stop anything, and the person keeps on bothering you, or even puts hands on you. If the person puts hands on you first,
but I've never seen
at that moment,
nothing fun in the sky that's called an
defend
extraterrestrial
yourself.
or alien come down and do
If
no
they
harm to
hit you,
me
if they
or
touch you
mine
in
or
an
the people
exact
I
way,
love.
okay?
But
So
I
if you
see
tell
the
a person, leave you alone, and they
I
go and
love
push you,
people of mine
like
who is
that,
getting hurt,
or they end up hitting
collective,
you,
I see some of the stuff y'all gotta go through, health issues.
So example, right
You know,
now,
maybe from food,
I'm over here, I'm in
environment,
kids'
shit they
class.
spraying. So I
Oh,
know
Zachariah, hi,
y'all
your
get
hair
what I'm
looks so
getting
funny.
at. If
Why
I
you always
see
look so
UFO
funny?
come
Why
down,
your
bro,
shirt
come
so
pick me
short?
up, bro. Take me to your hood. Let me see how
So
your
what'd you
people
say?
live. Like I said, I
What'd you
can't
do?
bring you to my hood because it might take your shit.
Okay,
but
cool.
I can
And then
express
with
to
that,
you
they're like,
how I go
oh,
down and show
Zachariah,
you some
why you
YouTube
being
videos, stuff
why you
like
being
that, bro.
such a child?
I wouldn't come back, bro. If they send me to their place, bring me and my family. Let's go. I don't want to come back here.
Don't tell me.
Simple as that.
There
We
we
don't
go.
want to be around all
Now,
this.
how do we
Bring the collective with us
when
to
we
those who
want to
want
punch?
to
How do we
come.
punch?
And other than that, bro, y'all want to stay. But if you want to come, bro, we
Let me
all
see.
going. That's how I look at it.
Let me show you a terrifying video.
Not bad.
The video
But then
shows a woman cleansing what she
prepared
calls
for
as the death room. And
getting
what she
hit by
captures
people
on
much bigger
camera
than you,
is
so.
a very
But
evil
yes,
spirit.
exactly. So if somebody ends up coming through and they push you like that, they do that, or they
Heavenly
do that,
Father,
or they hit
I
you.
ask for your divine presence to fill this
That right
space.
there.
May your
Now
light
you
shine
are
brightly
authorized
through
to
every
hit them.
room,
When you
cleansing
hit
this
them,
home of any
yeah,
negativity,
too.
fear, or unrest. Let
Just
peace
like
dwell
that.
in every
That's how you
corner
need to
and
hit
love
them
be the
back.
foundation of every
Okay?
wall. Bless
So
this home
even
with
if
your
somebody goes like
protection,
that,
surrounding
that
it
right
with your
there,
angels,
that is
and
still
shielding it
contact
from
on
harm
you.
and evil.
Now you
May
are
every door
authorized
be
to
a passage to
go
your
in
grace,
self-defense.
every window
And self-defense
open to
is
your
what?
blessings. In Jesus'
Show me.
May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window.
I don't know if you saw, but that
Go
rosary
ahead, my
straight
boy.
up lifted.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just love how
And
calm
that's
she
what
is
I want
because
to
I would have
train
been
into
out
you
there
and your
so
sister.
fast.
So when
I think
somebody
this
goes
is
like
good
this, your
proof
response
that
is
spirits exist.
nope.
Yeah, they do.
There
Shit,
you
I'll get
go.
up out of there too.
So somebody goes, you
Okay,
go
Houston,
what?
we got a problem right here.
I don't want you to hesitate.
This whole video
So as
is
soon as somebody
unbelievable.
pushes you, I want you to come back.
It's right there, y'all see?
Good.
Y'all
So
see?
boom, now all of a sudden,
Y'all
there.
see?
That's what I'm talking about. So always protect yourself. As soon as someone puts hands on you,
We gonna go to another
because at that
video
point,
showing
they are
it
in
going
your
down the
space.
hallway
As soon as they
when
touch
was
you,
filming.
they are in your
And look at
space.
this shit, yo.
They are not adhering to your boundaries. And your boundaries are what? Stay away from me. Stop. Don't touch me.
Opening and everything.
So I would always start off with that. If somebody's sitting there making fun of you, be like, hey, leave me alone. And then they end up touching you, boom, don't touch me. They touch you again. Okay? So make sure you say, don't touch me first. Okay? So if they touch you one time, you tell them, don't touch me. A lot of times people are going to be like, oh, what did it do? They're going to touch you again. Once they touch you again, what you going to do? Ooh, boy, you strong. You know,
Yep, all this fake right
So
here.
we'll go through the scenario right now,
This
okay?
whole video
Zachariah, why
is
is short so
fake. It's
short?
fake and
Oh my gosh,
scripted. All
you
them
so
little characters you seen on there, them
your
all
parents didn't get you any better
characters.
clothes?
This is all make believe. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Thank you for
Come
watching
on,
this
for real,
video.
for real.
Don't touch me.
Shit.
Don't touch you.
Thanks for watching this video that was made for entertainment purposes. Only please respect our disclaimer.
That's what I'm talking about. Always protect yourself.
Now I feel
And that's okay. That's the reason why I always would want you to come to training so that we can work on the strength of your fists, all right?
It just says
Because in all honesty, if I were to do that, yeah, I know. I just know how to hit bones and stuff. So I'm gonna teach you that in time. Mr. Walter. He told me. He told me. I was giving him a lesson. All right. Here's the lesson. Same scenario. Zechariah, why are short so short? Why are you always looking so bummy?
Leave me alone.
Leave you alone? Bruh, come on, I'm just joking. Like, seriously?
Keep your hands off me.
Don't touch me. Bruh, seriously?
Like you're feeling like this.
They touched you the second time after you told them not to. What do? That's what we were. That's nice. I get that. But what he came here for was due to the fact that he had told us, sorry, stay out of this room. So I was working on boundaries with him, which has led to this, which thinking ahead of time for school and everything like that. We were going over scenarios. But yes, for your sister, you need to make sure that you state ahead of time. This is how we got to that. If she's in your room, you didn't tell her to get out your room, you cannot get mad at her about something you did not enforce, that you did not let her know about, okay?
Okay.
You never told her to get out your room. So she doesn't know she needs to get out your room. You didn't tell her to leave you alone. So she doesn't know to leave you alone. You can't just automatically assume that somebody can read your mind and know what it is that you want, okay? You need to verbally say these things. Because if you don't say anything, nobody's going to know. So if you don't want your sister in your room, what do you need to say?
Can you please get out?
There we go. If she doesn't get out of your room, at that point, now you're bigger than her. You can be like, nope, time to go. All right.
I can barely
It's okay. You're low to the ground like your mom. You can be like, nope, sissy, go to your room. Okay.
Okay.
So I mean, with it, you need to verbally state what it is that you want. Don't just think that the person knows what you want.
And it looked like a great ending. What's your thoughts? But y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop new uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every single Saturday. This is for entertainment purposes as well. When you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, helps like to grow, helps like to get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. Appreciate you watching on TV, whatever the case is. I wish you was smooth sailing. Don't forget to hype up the video. Till I see y'all in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my account. At the amount. Guys, you're not with the Any more questions?
Look, you see me? Yeah. Do a cartwheel, badass.
Right now, dozens of people from across the state are lining up in downtown Indy for a chance to show off their talents in front of 2 well-known comedians.
Indy native Mike Epps.
Send him in. Send him in.
And comedian Drewski are in town hosting the Coulda Been Records audition. This kind of like American Idol here.
You could pretty much say it's like American Idol with a lot more comedy involved.
Take that little motherfucker. That little motherfucker go twerk.
When that motherfucker hits the thing, say,
Coulda Been Records, we in Indianapolis. Things may seem out of hand, but I'm telling you, we got it under control.
I'm
talking to you, don't touch me.
Then go to your car, now! Hey.
Just keep those fucking hands up, man.
It's that Gilly, yo. Be it for real, though.
You ain't taking E40 host, is it?
He's going to prison. He's about to be somebody's little girlfriend.
Dude! No! I told you fat!
Good shakedown, boy.
You Drewski, pick me up before I pick y'all asses up.
Fuck you out. That nigga, my house look like attitude for the jump.
That sounds like an auction. 100, 200, 300, 400.
You got a fat ass.
We built the same.
Your ass built like your mama. That nigga had a pamper on.
How could I come to Indy without bringing one of the biggest comedy legends in the world, Mike Epps?
You are sexy.
Thank you, baby.
To somebody.
I've been here all my fucking day, and y'all gonna do this to me? Hold on. If you haven't already, I need you to go subscribe. If you want more shows like this or anything Drewski related, stop now and go subscribe. All right, let's get into it.
I was pushed into the and started pulling my confidence.
Get out for me. That would have been better. I should have picked you up.
Okay.
Should have said it.
It came in a row.
Yeah.
I told him first off, dog, I'm the motherfucker truth. In the kitchen, in the streets, and in that motherfucking booth. Hey, hold on, brother. You got to spit your tooth out.
Don't worry about it. They're going to have to wait on it.
Hold on, nigga. One of them teeth gonna get smacked.
Which one you need?
No, I don't want the tooth out.
Oh, okay.
You wearing drawers, man?
Man, the girl that had no clothes on down there, man. So she asked me because she had pants. I told her, go on, take them, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
I smell cool cigarettes.
It might smell cool, baby, yeah. Yeah, the long ones, too.
Yeah, I smell something.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of tobacco in it.
The bed when
You gonna be that big wood? You know what I'm saying? That big wood?
No, it
You know
smell
what I'm
like
saying?
you smoked a hundred.
But that doesn't. Okay.
Big gas, man.
So she was looking for him when I
It
was
smell like a little bit of that in gasoline.
He want to fold, she want to hate. Sorry, boy, you gotta wait. But it's all rock, no shake. Want me to fall off, gotta wait. Yeah, wait on it, wait on it. Wait on it, wait on it.
So how much money you looking for?
Man, right now, give me about $5,000. I'll be with you for 3 years.
Yeah, let's get better. This nigga stuck on stupid.
Baby, it's just me.
You were in trouble. He was in trouble.
Nigga stuck on stupid.
He was already out of his room. Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ninja Turtle stuff.
Well, you already
I was
know
only
what's
looking
going
at
on.
lessons
Guess what? I keep it in the bag. I keep it in the bag.
adhering to
I
your
keep it in
boundaries.
the bag.
Because if you don't
I keep it in the
verbally
bag,
say
yeah.
something,
You ever been
then I
fucked in
just
the
go
ass?
start hitting
Yep.
you.
For real.
That's what I was
Dead
doing
ass.
here.
You doing all that joking? Nah, but all jokes aside, I'm dead ass.
All jokes aside, I did it with a pig.
Why the fuck did you
Because
get
like
by
he
another
came in and
stud?
told me
It
I
was
had
my
asked, I
girl,
was
and she
like,
wasn't a stud. It was a
I was like,
film.
did you
Why,
ask
if
me to
you
tell
a
her
stud,
to
you get
leave?
them
He was
ass,
like,
man.
no.
You know, you
I was
got
like,
to try
okay,
some
cool.
shit with your
So
shawty.
then
I'm
that's
with
why I
that bitch for
started
5
You the
years.
dude, bro.
procedure
I'm
of
not a dude.
you make
I
sure
just
you
keep it,
tell the
my
person.
nigga.
Let's get him out of here. He's confused. You can't compete with men, bro. You can't compete with men. Get him up. Get him up. You can't compete with men. I ain't never heard of a stud getting in the ass, bro. This is fucking nuts. Studs getting bopped.
You were brought up on.
Free pick.
And then I was like, so that goes from with your
Sometimes they be picking the litter, man. Studs get
and I was
fucked in
like,
the butt. They get hit in the butt, man. Nah,
Nah,
that's crazy, bro. You knew
I
that?
showed you when you came in.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Most studs don't do that. They're supposed to be dudes.
Go through these steps because that gives me and you more ground to stand on if we have to come up to the school. Okay, well, Zachariah, did you tell them to leave you alone? Yes. Okay, cool. Did you end up, they didn't
Yeah,
leave you
what's
alone
up, y'all? You know who it is? It's your man, Mike Kemp. I'm out here in Indianapolis, Indiana, in my hometown. This shit is crazy. He got me set up where we out here making dreams, killing dreams. Somebody go walk away sad as a motherfucker. As many spelling bees and shit that I failed as a kid, I'm ready to tell a motherfucker no. Come on in here with that bullshit. I'm ready to see it. We out here with Could Have Been Records, Indianapolis, Indiana. Send them in. Do they balls gotta be on my back?
Hey, fuck,
Hey, calm
This will be
down.
very bad.
I don't know what you're going through, but
Especially
that's not the intro.
Shout out Dad, yeah, he should have let me pop in pills. Yeah, I'm doing things left to right. I just smite, yeah, I'm not even.
It's all good.
I really write all my lyrics down and I go
I
in the
can't
studio.
tell. It don't look like you wrote mad
Hey, you gonna see me at Rolling Loud?
I probably will see you in the crowd. What is up with the popping pills? Or do you pop pills?
I mean, I used to. I'm sober now. That's why I made a song called
That's what I'm talking about.
Sober.
You're
And I'm
sober now.
Yes, I went to rehab and I got out.
And
I've
you
been
look
sober.
good. You make sure you stay that way.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
No more pills.
No pills.
You need to go see Drewski though.
What?
And Jesus. You need Jesus.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going to prison.
I haven't been on
I don't give a what his dreams is. I don't care what he strives to be, what he think he's going to be. He's going to prison. He's about to be somebody's little girlfriend.
My most popular song got B-Ass.
Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Okay, yeah. Let's hear that.
B-side, dab it a syrup. B-side, dab it a syrup. Two dab it a tap. Two dab it a tap. Some killing sweat. Some killing sweat. Bitch, I'm killing sweat.
So
Bitch, I'm going up. Yeah, I'm
remember I
going
told
to
you
the top.
that
Let's go.
Dragon Ball game, the Dragon Ball
Thank you,
Z
man.
game was going to be
Appreciate it.
going on sale.
That was wow. That's
It
exactly what
went
the
on
song
sale.
description was. Some bullshit.
Yeah. So now me and Zachariah have it
Exactly what the
individually
song
on our
description
Steam accounts to where we can play together.
Wow.
Squirrel whale!
That's what I had brought him in here to show him, which is this right here. Because I made my
Roll it in,
character.
boys! Roll it in!
That's not my character. That's not my character, but I was walking him through
You cousin that?
this stuff here.
Hey, how old are you,
So
man?
I had
'Cause
just,
all that
that's my
cussing, we're not
character.
doing
I
that.
did the
Straight up.
colors of Divine Time, just hopefully I can get to it.
Let's get him the fuck out of here. I don't do that. I don't condone that behavior.
I'm sure I'll be able to change my stuff as time goes on. So I'm not even...
What the
I had to be a
guys?
Saiyan.
Seriously. Y'all just sitting anything in here now.
Feel like my mind gone. I remember them nights with the lights off. We was tripping how we was gonna get it. I had to get off of my ass to my grind on. Ain't gonna score on my brothers. I passed the ball. Get whatever they want. They can have it all.
I can go and get on.
Trying to put on